It's really rewarding when I watch our customers, their high sellers are out of our genetics. That just tells me we're doing things right, and their success is our success.
The great thing about working at Barber Ranch is I get to do this with my brothers and sister and my parents, and it's really just hard work, but it's rewarding work.
Barber Ranch is very unique, I think, in the way that there's myself and my three brothers. And I think what works so well is we each kind of have a specialty focus here at the ranch, but we all work really well together in blending our positive strengths together to make it flow so well. I think when people think of the Barrow or the Barber Ranch, they know that they're dealing with people with extreme integrity. We hold ourselves to the highest standards for both personal and business acumen, and we expect that out of our cattle. So anybody that buys a Barrow branded animal or partners with us on anything that we've raised here, they can expect that same integrity with what they're bringing to their herd, and we'll stand behind that 100%.
One thing about when it comes to our breeding decisions is we're not going to compromise on the quality. We live out in West Texas, and our pastures are pretty big, and they've got pretty rugged canyons that go all the way through them. And one thing that our cattle have to be are stouter structured, a little more rugged. They got to be a little more powerful, and they've got to be extra sound to cover all of this country. And so that's kind of where we got our emphasis on bigger, stouter cattle. Really what we're trying to do is be progressive with the way that we select our cattle and the genetics and pedigrees that we use. So our cattle are always going to have a lot of look. With that said, we're trying to infuse the numbers into the situation, get more info to our customers to try to help them make their decisions.
We were able to take all of our numbers and run a shorter number of cattle, and that made us more stewards of our country too. We've got more grass, we don't have all the overhead in it, and with that type of genetics, we feel like we're seeing 60 to 100 pounds as a producer, and the guys getting them on the finishing end, we've been hearing 300 to 400 pounds, and it makes people really want that kind of product because it benefits them as well.
It's a pretty broad spectrum that we try to hit whenever we're raising cattle. The biggest thing is that we still want to have great females, that are great udders, raise good cattle.
You've got to be balanced. Our customers, there's several still want the horn genetic, so we've used a bunch of homozygous pole bulls to balance the numbers. What we try to do is moderate birth weights with as much growth as we can get, and incorporating marbling and carcass traits.
We scan our cattle, we get IMF scores, ribeye scores, and really we just try to infuse that into everything that goes into our bulls that are going to go on to our customers.
I think it's really fun when we can be on the cutting edge of what the Hereford breed offers. We've done a really nice job, I think, blending the phenotypes with the genotypes and then offering a really nice balance of EPDs and genetic predictors. But the really rewarding part is seeing how their calves and their progeny goes out and performs.
I think the guys buying these cattle, feed yard, whether you're going to the feed yard or you're going to wheat or finishing, they know what them genetics are going to do. Whether you're getting a genetic scorecard off of them to show them, you can kind of know what them cattle are going to perform like, and I think the guys buying them are seeing that. Less days on feed with explosive growth rates. In this era that we're at, that's huge.
We sell quite a few of our herd bulls to other breeds, both commercial and purebred. And the bulls work in a variety of situations. The beauty of being able to sell in the southeast, southwest part of the United States, where predominantly you're going to see some eared cattle. The tiger stripe female is probably still, they call her Queen of the South for good reason. These Hereford bulls go on Brahman females, and they just bring so much value. You get that built-in hybrid vigor, you get a different type of animal that can go out and work in different climates. And I think that's really what our brand brings to that. We've established our sale down in the hill country in San Saba for many years now, and I think that Barrow brand that you see on that left hip is synonymous with extremely good quality cattle that will prove their longevity no matter where they're going. And I think one of the other really cool things that we stand behind is a sight unseen guarantee, and we will always make it right for the customer, and that's what we've always done.
they'll really help you too. You can call Bred or whoever it is in the family, and they'll help you market your cattle to an extent. You know, they'll put you in contact with the right people. And if you have a bull or something that does get crippled or something like that, they usually honor that and will take care of you and replace that bull. And that's huge. That's pretty big.
So Barber Ranch really started showing probably in the 70s with my mom and dad, Dell and Mary, and then Brad and Terry later on, and then Jason and I after that. But really, we've always used the show ring more as a marketing tool. I mean, we're competitive, and that's one of the reasons we like to show, and we've been very fortunate to have had a lot of success over the years, and we've had a lot of national champion bulls and females. And you know, really that kind of ties back into the type of cattle that we raise. You know, we like great looking cattle, and it's probably what we try to raise the most for our customers too. But as far as the show cattle, we love doing it. I've got little girls at show now, and you know, it's just an enjoyable experience and get to spend that time with your family. In the next 15 years, I think you're going to see Barber Ranch be really progressive and expand. We've already purchased a grow yard here about 4 years ago, and we're just trying to expand our numbers and do a little more as far as diversity.
I would define legacy as multi-generational, sustainable, and you're taking care of your resources. You are preparing for a future that maybe you don't have a lot of control over, but you're setting yourself up for success. So, you know, a lot of things are built on the legacy. The brand definitely is one, so it's kind of fun to be part of carrying that forward. I like staying involved in it because it's very progressive. It gives us an opportunity to continue the next generation. We've got 6 generations of Barbers now on the ground, and that's kind of fun because we can see like the sustainable future. We obviously want to keep growing the business. And you know, it gives you a chance to stay grounded with where your roots are, you know. Home's home, and you want to stay involved and you want to be part of that progressive success that we have.